flag register. Okay, in 8086 your flag register is of 16 bit. Okay, because the architecture of 8086 of 16 bit. It is 16 bit microprocessor. In 8085 initially the flag register was 8 bit, 1 byte only. Okay, this much. And later on in 8086 they have added this more flags. Okay, now what is flag register? It is a register which will tell you the status of previous result. Just keep in mind, whatever your ALU has executed, it generates some result, and based on that result, your flag registers will get updated every time after every instruction. Clear? Now, as the name suggests, flag. Flag is a single bit, so it is actually 16 different bits. Yes, in a register. I hope in digital electronics you have studied what is register. What is register? Register is a thing where you can store some data. How we are storing the data? Using flip-flops. If it is a 16-bit register, it contains 16 flip-flops. One flip-flop can store 1 bit of data, 0 or 1. So here there is one flip-flop, it can store 0 or 1. Another flip-flop, 0 or 1, like this. So there are 16 flip-flops which can store 16 bit of data. Yes? So this is 16-bit flag register. So there are 16 different locations. Understand? Each location can work differently. Get it? Yes. In 8086 we are having total 9 flags available. Okay? Out of these 9 flags, 6 flags are called status flag, 3 are called control flag. As the name suggests, 6 flag will tell you the status of the last result, which we have already discussed. Yes? But the 3 flags are control flag. What do you mean by control flag? It is in the hand of user. That user can set or reset based on the user's requirement. So they are in our hand. We want to set it. We can set. We can reset. It is in user's hand. Clear? Now, what are the flags? What they do? That we are going to study. Clear? Done? So we have only 9 flags. So 6 locations are blank in this register. So that's why crosses are drawn on that other locations. 7 places. नाम में 700 टोटल 16 जगह है. Get it? Yes. We have 9 flags. Flag contains 16 bit. So 7 places are empty. They are empty places. Get it? Yes. Let's start with the first one. First is called carry flag. Carry flag simply checks carry from the MSB. This is what your carry flag do. If there is a carry generated out of your MSB, carry flag will get set. Set means it is equal to 1. Understand? What is MSB? Most significant bit. If I write 58, 5 is MSB. If I write 10101, this one is my MSB, most significant bit. Why it is most significant bit? Don't know. Very poor. If this is my decimal number, 584. If this is my decimal number, how this number created? 5 is having the weightage of 500, 8 is having weightage of 80, and 4 is having weightage of 4 only. This is having the highest weightage, most significant. That's why this is most significant. Understand? Yes. If I change 5 to 6, I will get the difference of 100 directly. But if I change this 4 to 5, I only get the difference of 1. This is called least significant. This is called most significant. LSB and MSB. This should be known to you. This kind of basis will not work. Still. So, what carry flag do? Carry flag will check that there is a carry or not from the MSB. Let's take one example. Suppose FF plus 02. This is what I want to do. FF is hexadecimal numbering system. 02 is hexadecimal numbering system. I want to add these two numbers. How to add that? Write down the binary of both these numbers. This is 8-bit number, this is 8-bit number. How you can say that? 1 and digit, 4 binary bit. F1111. Yes? Yes. Again F1111 plus 0, 0000, 2, 0010. These are my two numbers. 8-bit numbers. I want to add them. 1 plus 0, 1. 1 plus 1, 10. 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 So answer is this. And at the end, one carry will get generated. Understand? Yes. So I am having a carry at all these locations. That doesn't matter. But you are having carry from this location. and that's why your carry flag will get set. Clear? Yes. If there are examples where you have carry from this to this location, but you don't have carry from this to this location, carry flag will remain 0. Let's take the example. So 0, 0, 0, 0. 1, 0, 0, 0. This one my number. Then 0, 0, 0, 0. Again 1, 1, 1, 1. I want to add these two numbers. Yes? 1 plus 1, 1, 1. 1 plus 1, 0, 1, 1. So carry is generated, but it is not here. In this case, your carry flag will remain 0 only. Keep in mind. So carry flag will get set when you are having a carry from MSB. Now stop record in technical term. What is interrupt? When you are doing some normal processing. Now back. Yeah. So this is clear. What is carry flag do? Carry flag will get set when you are having a carry from MSB. Else it will be 0. Settled? Yes. Okay. Now next is parity flag. Now parity flag is working with ones. First keep this in mind. Parity flag is working with 1. Now please stop your nonsense. If you are not interested, you are free to go. Get it? If you can't see it, you can leave. Stop. Where are we? Okay. Next flag is parity flag. When you are discussing about parity flag, keep in mind parity flag is discussed in the context of ones. So if you are having even number of ones, parity flag will get set 1. If numbers are odd, it will get reset. Understand? So if my number is 1 0 1 1 1 1 0 0. So this is my number. 1 2 3 4 5. Total 5 ones are there. Number of ones are 5, which is odd. So parity flag will get 0. Understand? So this is a simplest flag that you can understand. Clear? There is no much logic over here. It can be used to decide some programming purpose, but you can utilize it based on your requirement. Get it? So parity flag will just tell you that how many number of ones are available in your particular result. This is what your parity flag do. Fine? So this is also done. Now next is called auxiliary carry. Auxiliary carry is a flag which gets set when you have a carry from a nibble. What is nibble? 4 binary bit is called nibble. So if I write down number 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 plus 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 1. Now if carry is generated after this is called auxiliary carry. Understand? And that's why the main carry flag is only discussed about MSB. This is about nibble. This 4 bit is called nibble. Understand? So if I do 0 plus 1 1 0 plus 1 1 1 1 plus 1 10 0 1. So carry is generated from this location. Auxiliary carry flag will get set. Understand? Yes. Now here 1 plus 1 10 1 0 1. No carry from MSB. Your carry flag will be 0. Understand? But your auxiliary carry flag will be 1. Get it? So there are chances that both these flags will work very differently based on their answers. Clear? Auxiliary carry from a nibble, normal carry from the MSB. Done? Yes. So it is simple. Let's finish it. Now 0 flag, it is the simplest flag. If your answer is 0, this is 1. If your answer is not 0, this is 0. 0 flag is get set when your answer is 0. If your answer is not 0, 0 flag will remain 0. Understand? Yes. Yes. What is the application? The simplest advantage is I want to compare two numbers. So how two numbers are get compared? First number minus second number. If your answer is positive, first number is bigger. Answer is negative, second number is bigger. If answer is 0, both are same. So if your answer is 0, I just need to go and check 0. If it is equal to 1, both are same numbers. Understand? Yes. So 0 flag is simplest flag when your answer is 0. 0 flag is equal to 1. Clear? By default, all flags are always 0. Just keep in mind. Initially, when your computer gets started, all flags are by default 0. Done? Next is sign flag. Now concentrate over here. This is an important topic. Now, first thing that you need to understand is sign flag and the new flag called overflow flag. OF is your overflow flag. These two flags are work parallel. So when you are checking your sign flag, you also need to check overflow flag. Always. First you need to go to overflow flag, check it, whatever is your answer, now check your sign flag. Understand? Now normal tradition is sign flag is used to check the number is positive or negative. That is what the use of sign flag is. And by default, if sign flag is equal to 1, number is negative. If sign flag equal to 0, number is positive. This is what we follow. But that is not always the case. How and why? Concentrate. First of all, there are two kinds of number. One is unsigned number, right? So in unsigned number, this is not the case. Suppose I am having 8-bit number 1011 1011. This is 8-bit number. Yes. If this is unsigned number, all these 8 bits are used as a magnitude. So count the number. Understand? What that means? What is the minimum number? 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. This is my lowest number. Yes. What is my maximum number? 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Yes. This is nothing but 255. So 255. So in unsigned number, what is your range? All numbers are positive and the range is 0 to 255. I can represent number from 0 to 255. Understand? This is all about unsigned number. As far as unsigned number is concerned, the sign flag doesn't matter. We are not going to check sign flag for unsigned numbers. But now, the system that we are following is sign numbers. Our number can be positive, our number can be negative. Yes. How to write down 5 minus 5? Like this. It is simple. But how to write down this minus into your computer? You can't write down dash in your memory location. In your memory, everything is in binary. 10 10 10 10. Understand? Yes. So to write down this dash, you need to write down some 1 or 0. So what we are doing? We are using 1 for representing minus, 0 to representing plus. Understand? Yes. Yes. Another thing is your minus number. How you can say your minus number? Suppose, so let me check your mathematics and CFO knowledge. I want to store minus 10 in my memory in 8-bit. These are my 8 bits. How I can store? How to store this minus 10 in memory? How it is actually stored? What is stored in memory? To write down minus 10. See, this is how lectures get bigger. Otherwise, lecture is of 20 minutes only. Like you need to solve all these things. Your concepts are not clear. I need to teach all this also. But that's the problem. So tell me what is how to store 1010. 10 is 1010. I hope that is clear. Yes. Yes. 1010. How it is 1010? The weightage is 1, 2, 4, 8. 8 plus 2, 10. It is 1010 is 10. How can I store minus 10? Don't know? Very good. Do you know something called 2's complement? Yes. Why you find out 2's complement? That you don't know. Just to get the marks you are finding 2's complement. So this 10 is represented like this. In 8-bit. Yes? If I want to find out the 2's complement of this, I can go by this 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. This is my 2's complement of 10. And this is what represents minus 10. I need to store the below number in that 8-bit and it is representing minus 10. Understand? Yes. Now why we are using only 2's complement? There is some logic. This is the only system where 0 is actually 0, not minus 0 and plus 0. That's why we are using 2's complement when we are not using any other system. Go to hell with all that. Just right now what is important is we store negative numbers using 2's complement in our system. Clear? Yes. That is again not the case right now. The case is suppose I am using sign number. Okay? So out of this 8 bit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The first bit is used to represent the number is positive or negative. If it is 0, the number is positive. If it is 1, number is negative. Understand? So I am having now only 7 digits available to give me the magnitude, weightage. Yes? So the minimum number that I can store is 0. The maximum number that I can store is 7 ones. It is 127. Understand? Yes. 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. If you find out the binary to decimal, it is 127. So this is the range that I can store in positive numbers. Understand? Initially it was 0 to 255. Yes? Now your range get half. But if here your range is 1, then the minimum number is, consider here, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. This is my one number, minimum number that I can store. What is the maximum number? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Understand? Yes? Now as we know that because of this is 1, my numbers are actually in the 2's complement form. Yes? So I need to find out the 2's complement again to get my actual number. Yes? This is minus 10, minus 1. What is this? To get that, you need to convert this number into 2's complement. If you find out the 2's complement of this is 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Yes? This is 1. So this is actually minus 1. So minus 1. Yes? How I am doing it directly? Let's check this. This is my normal number. You want to find out the ones complement, suppose. How to find out ones complement of this? 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yes? Plus 1 is my 2's complement. 1 बनता है 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 8. The same number is your 2's complement also. Yes? And what this number is? 8, 0. That means minus 80. So this is the range that you can represent using your signed number. Understand? So if I am having 8-bit number and if it is 8-bit signed number, minus 80, minus 1, 0 to 127. This is what my range is. I can represent number between this range only. Understand? Yes. This is clear? Now, what your sign flag contains? Sign flag contains simply MSB. Keep in mind, what is sign flag contains? MSB. Understand? Whatever is the value of MSB, it is reflected in sign flag. If my number is 1001111, what is the sign flag here? 1 000000011. What is my sign flag? 0. It simply reflects your MSB. That doesn't mean that your number is positive or negative. Keep in mind. By default, if it is 1, number is negative. 0, positive. But why I am saying that it is not the case? Because constantly I am adding 43 plus 45. Suppose this is positive number. This is positive number. Yes, so addition must be positive. If I am adding two positive numbers, forget it. If 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, this is F, this is F. Positive number. I am adding plus 1. If I am adding positive number to my positive number, what I will get answer? Positive number, but obvious. Yes? What I will get over here? एक बनता है 10. This is carry. This is not the number. Actually, you need to check this. This is 0, so it is positive. No problem. Fine. Here you don't get any problem. Get it? But suppose 45 plus 43. Suppose I take any number. Now what is 4? 0 1 0 0. This is 4 in binary. Yes. What is 5? 0 1 0 1. Again 4 0 1 0 0 3. 0 0 1 1. Let's make it 8 over here. Positive number. 1 0 0 0. Yes. positive number. So what is 9 over here? 1 0 0 1. Yes. Let's make it 9 over here. Yes. Now I want to add these two numbers. 1 plus 1. 0 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 1. Yes. This is my answer. Yes. This number is 1. So what is my sign flag? 1. So by default you can say that your answer is negative. But you are adding two positive numbers. Your answer can be negative? No, not possible. Yes? Then why you are getting wrong answer? Because this number that you have received is, now convert this number into hex. What is the number? 8 4 12 13. So 30 is I think C or D, and this is 8 4 12 14. So suppose D is your answer. Yes? Yes. The answer is actually out of range from this. Understand? Your answer is out of this range. Here what is your range is? What is the range? 0 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 7 F, and your answer is bigger than 7F, so it is go out of the range. Understand? Yes. Understand the concept? Yes. Your answer is currently not in the range of this, which is supported by your sign numbers. You are currently going out of the range, and this is called overflow. So in this case, what happens? Your overflow flag will becomes 1. Understand? Yes. And your sign flag will remain as it is 1. Yes. But if you want to check the number is positive or negative, what you need to do is you need to first go and check overflow flag. If it is 0, that means overflow is not occur. Whatever value is available in sign flag is correct. If overflow flag is 1, whatever value you see in your sign flag is wrong. Understand? So in this case, because your overflow flag is equal to 1, whatever value available in sign flag is the wrong one. So number is not negative, number is positive. If my overflow flag is 0 and I get the same kind of answer, number is negative. Understand? Yes. Get it? Yes. So overflow flag and sign flag both are work together. First you need to check overflow flag, then you can check your sign flag. What a sign flag contains? Only MSB. Understand? Yes. Okay. These are your status flags. Quite clear? Now there are 3 more flags which are called control flags. So as a user, we can set them or we can reset them in our program as per our requirement. Get it? The first flag is called trap flag. Okay, now trap flag is nothing but single stepping. I hope all of you have worked with C programming language. Have you used Turbo Compiler? Blue screen? Those who have not, you can do that. But what is Turbo Compiler? In Turbo Compiler you can press F7 key. What is F7 key do? It is doing backtrack, breakpoint, and you can do single stepping. We don't know anything. Teach us from the scratch. Thing is, suppose I have written a code of 1000 lines. It has no syntax error. It runs perfectly. But it will give me some wrong answer by chance. So there must be some logical error. How to solve the logical error from your code? So what you do is, you know that my first 500 lines are quite okay. There must be some mistake that I have done between 500 to 600. So what I will do is, I will put a breakpoint on line number 500. Then I will do single stepping. After each line I will check my variables where I am doing wrong. I am not getting the answer somewhere here, mistake. Yes, this process is called single stepping. So out of that 100 line of code, first 500 line will run in a single step. After that you can press enter, 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 enter to check all variable value. Then again after 600 it will run smoothly. This is called breakpoint and single stepping. Understand? So if you want to do the same thing in your microprocessor 8086, you can do that by setting your trap flag equal to 1. Understand? So when your trap flag is 1, your program will run one by one. And you can see the value after each instruction of all the registers. Get it? Yes, so trap flag is used for single stepping. Understand? Next is IF. IF is interrupt flag, which comes twice in today's lecture, right? Now trap flag, interrupt flag is again your choice. If by default it is 0, that means it is allowing all the interrupts. If your interrupt flag is 0, that means you are allowing all the interrupts. That's what we do. If I set my interrupt flag equal to 1, I am not allowing any other interrupt to come. Understand? Yes. Example is, suppose when you start your car and your car is actually in a running mode, you make your interrupt flag equal to 1. So every system should work perfectly. કંઈ પણ થાય ચાલવી જ જોઈએ. Let's take the example of car. You don't want any other interrupt કે કંઈ આવી જાય ને તમારી કાર બંધ થઈ જાય. It should work smoothly. બીજું કોઈ પણ interrupt આવે કાર બંધ થવી જોઈએ નહીં. That is what your condition is. So in that kind of programming, you need to first set your interrupt 1 so that other interrupt will not come inside the car and do some mischief with your code. Understand? This is a software stuff. Yes. So in that kind of cases, when you do some sort of programming, and if you don't want any other interrupt to come in between and stop your processing, you can make it 1 so other interrupt will not come. You can finish your work and then you can handle it. Yes. So if you want to do that kind of work, interrupt flag will get set by user. By default it is 0. It is allowing all interrupts. Get it? The last flag is direction flag. DEF is your direction flag. It is used with string instructions. Okay. Now what is, like, see, suppose I want to copy this file from this place to this place. Yes. This is my task. I want to copy this file from this place to this place. What will do? For I equal to 0, I less or equal to end of file, copy this byte to this byte. Increment the value, copy all bytes. This is what we do. Normal programming. Yes. અમુક નો મગજ નું ચાલુ કરે તો I equal to n end of file, I return equal to 0, I minus minus, copy all the bytes. Yes. This is how you can set the direction. So if you don't want to increment in string operations, your increment and decrement done automatically inside your instructions. But it should done increment part or it should do decrement part, that depends on direction flag. If your direction flag is by default 0, so by default it increments this stuff. One byte will get copy, increment the byte, another byte copy, increment this stuff, copy. And if you want to do it in reverse manner, make your DF flag equal to 1. In that case, your string will work in reverse order. Understand? Yes. Get it? These 3 are control flags handled by user. The last example, you just need to tell me that what will be the value of status flags. Control flags are by default 0 and we have set it 0 only, right? How many status flags? 6. Yes, 3 control flags. Total 9 flags. 55 plus 38. Chalo, do this. You can't do this. You need to do it with me only. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. I want to do the addition. What is the addition? 1, 0, 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 0. Now tell me, what is the value of carry flag? Carry flag. CF flag. 0. There is no carry out of this. MSB body koi carry nahi. So carry flag is 0. What is my auxiliary carry? 1. There is no carry from here to here also. It is also 0. Very poor. Okay. What is my parity flag? 1, 2, 3, 4. Even number of 1. Parity flag is again 0. What is my sign flag? Sign flag is your MSB. 1. Overflow flag? No overflow because the number is 8. What is this number? 8, 9, 4, 8, 13. Whatever is the 13 hex. That is your number. Yes? Get it? The number is out of range? Yes. It is above 7F. So your overflow flag will get set. It is equal to 1. Understand? Yes. Only overflow and sign flag will be 1, 1. Your answer is again not 0. So 0 flag is again 0. Auxiliary carry 0. Parity 0. Carry flag 0. This is what your answer is. Understand? So in exam, if you mug up this theory, you will not get any marks. We'll give you the example and tell you, write down the flex. Last example. Okay. Suppose 85 minus का अपन आवड़ेगा 13 plus 19 66. So these are my numbers. Okay. What is 1? 0 Yes? 1 plus 1, 10, 1, no carry, over here no carry, 1, 0. This is 7, this is 8, no. Understand? Now carry flag, 0, no carry, auxiliary carry, 0, no carry. What is 0 flag? 0, answer is not 0. Parity flag, parity flag માં કેટલા છે 3 4 5 છે odd number is 0. Done. Then what remains? Sign flag. Whatever is your MSB, that is your sign flag. 0. Overflow, no overflow, 0. All flags are 0. Yes. So this is your flag register. And this is the end of your module number 1. Thank you.